be me. 24. First real office job with a shiny badge and a spinning chair. Group chat with my girls stays hot like a toaster. Always say the same line during brunch. If a man cannot afford dating, then he should not date. Say it like I am reading a manifesto into a microphone. Thank heaven for dating applications with sliders and tags. Set salary range like a thermostat. Sort by lifestyle like it is a shopping cart. No more blind dates with mystery wallets. Beauty is our labor. Security is their labor. Division of work. Simple math. The table nods. Silence means applause. There is also Malik. Known him since school. Quiet. Dependable. Rides a bicycle that squeaks like a kettle. Part-time bookstore. Part-time delivery on weekends. Cooks his own beans and rice like a monk. Always carrying a small toolkit like a dad in training. Talks about servers and networks and little blinking lights. I smile and hear ocean noises in my head. Once fixed my laptop while I cried into a pillow. Brought soup that tasted like being seen. My friends call him the emergency exit. I call him my free support line with a crush. He just smiles. Does not argue. Easy to take that silence as agreement. Saturday nostalgia. Cafe day. Same wood tables with initials carved by our teenage ghosts. Caramel coffee that tastes like homework and gossip. The topic drifts like a lazy balloon. Who paid? Who split? Who arrived in a car with a low growl? I rant that the local dating pool is a kiddie pond, dried up and full of leaves. Friend says we should widen the search. City boys, steel towers, designer belts, phones come out like swords. We circle the dating application like witches around a pot. Swipe left on a bathroom mirror pose. Swipe left on a fishing photo like a museum of red flags. Swipe right by accident. Scream. Swipe left again for safety. Then he appears. Adrian. Expensive smile. Expensive watch. Leaning on a very clean silver sedan from a country with very efficient trains. Bio says finance and 6 figures and work until sunrise. Rooftop bar in the last picture. Skyline like a lit candle. The table goes quiet. Then chaos. The girls chant, yes, 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 like a choir. My finger slides right like destiny. It is a match faster than a heartbeat. Message arrives in less than 2 minutes. Drinks tonight. My treat. Wear heels. Pretend to think. Type, sure. Soul cartwheels. Closet becomes a battlefield. Shoes become soldiers. Dress chooses me like the sword in the stone. Arrive at a lounge with marble so white it feels judgmental. Adrian looks like he was assembled by a tailor with holy water. He orders 2 complicated cocktails without asking. Each glass costs an apology to my landlord. Tells me a real man takes care of his woman. The words land like petals and barbed wire at the same time. Talks brands like nursery rhymes. Cities like he owns sky. I nod and glow. This must be what winning feels like. It becomes a montage. River dinner with little lights. Roof terrace with a live band that sounds like a vacation. A purse lands in my lap for no reason. A car door swings open like a stage curtain. Group chat crowns me with tiny emojis I will not name. I hold court. I am a queen in borrowed lightning. Little cracks appear. His card declines once. He laughs and says banks are dramatic. Produces another card like a magician with secrets. Keeps his phone face down like a turtle. Says money people do not need to explain money. I roll my eyes at caution like it is poor. Meanwhile, Malik texts me, "You busy." I leave him reading dust. He shows up to return a charger I forgot, and I take it at the door like a pizza. Adrian honks downstairs. Malik gives that same quiet smile. It feels less like agreement and more like a goodbye letter. Laptop dies one evening. Screen goes black like my patience. I text Malik. He arrives with a tiny screwdriver set that looks like a jewelry box. Opens the back. Speaks in gentle step by step. Teaches me how electricity is actually just polite traffic. I nod and scroll my phone. My older brother walks in, sees Malik. They talk about code schools and network safety and future-proof jobs. My brother nods in that proud father way. Says Malik has a head for it. Asks me later if he is my boyfriend. I choke on sparkling water. Absolutely not. I can do better. Brother raises an eyebrow so high it touches the ceiling. Says character is a savings account. Says cash can be a mask. I roll my eyes until I see my own brain. You sound like Malik. He shrugs. Says, maybe listen to the person who fixes things. Weeks pass in shiny slides. Then Adrian Pace steps across his glass apartment like a panther. Says business emergency. Needs 2,000 by tomorrow. Bank limits and cruel algorithms. Looks at me with eyes that promise a future made of. Velvet, I feel a test forming. Ride or die. I choose ride. I have an envelope in a shoebox called Paris one day. I choose him instead of Paris. Work double shift next morning. Cannot reach the bank. Solution appears. Malik. Text him. Can you deposit this for me, please? He calls instead of typing. Says it does not sound right. Why cannot the man handle this himself? I get defensive like a cat. Not everyone lives on a bicycle and coins. He goes quiet. Says he will help, but please do not talk to him like that. Guilt flashes and I swat it away. Deposit happens. Adrian thanks me with flowers and a bracelet that looks expensive from far and tired up close. I wait for him to mention paying me back. I do not ask because queens do not chase receipts. I repeat that line until I almost believe it. Days of gifts. Nights of vanishing. Questions from friends. I call them jealous. Malik texts less like a retreating tide. New storm. Adrian says there is a larger deal stuck inside a bottle. Needs 5,000 by tomorrow, or the empire shakes. Looks at me like I am the keystone in a cathedral. I open my savings application and see 3 years of discipline blinking. My hand hovers over transfer like a moth by a lamp. I hear my own rule in my head. If a man cannot afford dating, then he should not date. What about if a woman funds a man who cannot stand alone? Feminism means safety, too. Consent with money is also consent. I close the application, decide to ask my brother for a short loan while trembling. He lowers his fork like a judge, says if this man is made of gold, why is his castle sitting on my piggy bank? Says real partners have partners to call. He grabs his phone, says he is calling Malik because I am not listening. I groan like a haunted door. It is too late. Malik arrives with laptop and calm voice, shows me how a reverse image search works. Rooftop bar photo appears under 3 names in 3 cities. Same captions, same angle, same suit with the same pocket square behaving like a clone. Finds a consulting company registered with stock images and no soul. Shows car leasing photos with plate numbers that rotate like socks. Pulls up a forum thread with women telling the same story. Love bombing. Fast gifts. Sudden debt. My throat closes like a jar. I call Adrian. Number goes to a meadow where calls go to die. His social pages vanish like a coin under a cup. The bracelet leaves a green crescent on my wrist. A parting joke from an empty man. We report what we can. Officials shrug like worn coats. He is across a border by sunrise. Happens more than you think. I sit on my bed and stare at the envelope that used to be heavier. Weeks crawl. Nails go natural. Brunch becomes toast at home. Pride tastes like burnt crust. Job hunt tabs are open all day. I hate every form I fill. Malek changes in the background like a time lapse, lands an apprenticeship in information security, posts small wins. People cheer him on with full sentences and kindness. New haircut, new posture, still the same eyes. I scroll and bite the inside of my cheek. My mind tries to rewrite the past like a sloppy editor. I always believed in him, right? Did I? Maybe I deserve a share of his glow. That is totally not how people work. But my brain tries anyway. I run into him at a cafe. He is with a woman who laughs with her whole face. She asks about his project, and he lights up like a switchboard. Her hand fits his hand like a thought that makes sense. I force a smile, says, "Wow, I did not know you were dating." He says yes. She gets me. We are on the same page. It stings like a paper cut you keep licking. I decide she is a phase, because it is easier than growing. Walk home in scuffed heels that used to be my crown. Think about the speech I love to give. If a man cannot afford dating, then he should not date. I still believe in standards. I believe in safety. I believe a woman's time has value. I also believe my envelope had value. And my respect had value. And I gave both to a stranger with a good jawline. Malik once fixed my laptop without asking for anything. Adrian once fixed my fantasy and charged interest. Feminism is not a gold digger costume. It is a boundary. It is a lighthouse. I said beauty is our labor, and security is theirs. I should have added this line. Character is both of ours. And without it, nobody is rich.